What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Ross review. This week's episode, we've got a very special review for you guys. I finally tracked down one of these cars. This, of course, being a 2015 HSV Gen F2 GTS. This is one of the most badass Australian-made cars, period. And of course, under the bonnet here, we've got this 6.2 liter supercharged V8, the LSA. This is going to be a fun day. That's right, today we're standing next to a 2015 HSV Gen F2 GTS. This four-door sedan is an absolute beast and is so Australian. Now I just want to say a huge thank you to Car Giant WA for loaning me this GTS today. They are a really good group of guys to work with, have an amazing range of stock. So I'll leave a link for them in the description below. Please check them out and let them know that I sent you. Now under the bonnet, like I said, this has the 6.2 liter supercharged V8, it's an LSA, and this is an absolute animal. This thing pumps out from factory 577 horsepower and 546 pound-foot of torque. 0 to 60 times are under 4 seconds, and it has a top speed of over 329 kilometers per hour. That's right, from a four-door sedan built in Australia, and it's rear-wheel drive and a 6-speed manual. Just having a general look at the GTS, I think this is a really attractive car. It looks very sporty, very aggressive, and I really do like it. Even the wheels here, they're very nice design. They're a 20-inch wheel, they're forged. We've also got 6-pot HSV brakes at the front and 4 at the rear. Now, the one thing I don't like about this design though is they've carried through these fake vents. So we've got a fake vent here on the side. Even at the bottom down here, we've got fake vents at the front and the rear. And it just would have made it so much nicer if they were real. Now we do have some real vents. So up on the bonnet, we've got 2 heat extractors up here, which are actually functioning, which is nice to see. So just at the back of the GTS now, I really do love the rear end design of this car. I think that's probably the nicest design element is the rear end. I just absolutely love these brake lights. This looks super aggressive, really nice looking. Even you got this beautiful rear bumper here with a sort of diffuser built into it. Quad exhaust as well. And take a listen to these guys. This thing sounds bloody good. This up here, we've got our rear spoiler, which I think just really suits the car as well. Now you've got your HSV badge, GTS badge, and of course, the best badge of all, Supercharged LSA. Now just inside the GTS, this is a beautiful place to be. I really do love the seats. I think these seats are amazing. They're really aggressively bolstered, super comfortable, just got this really nice Alcantara on the sides here, nice leather. Even got your HSV badge embroidered in the headrest, and it just looks really nice, and they are very comfortable. Now even just having a look at the dashboard, it's got this beautiful like Alcantara once again stitched in here. You've got some leather even. You've got an HSV badge embroidered into that, and it looks very upscale. It looks very nice. Even on the door sides, you've got that Alcantara running down as well. There is a little bit of piano black here, which I don't like, But we also have some faux carbon fiber, even on the dash again, we have some faux carbon fiber, and it looks very nice. Now the biggest thing that lets this interior down would have to be its infotainment screen. You know, it's a decent enough size screen, it's a touch screen, you know, it works okay. It can be pretty laggy. I actually had a big issue trying to take this out today, trying to hook my phone up to Bluetooth, and it just wouldn't work for whatever reason. But it does have some nice things in here. So it does have track apps, which is a very nice feature. You know, it can show how much power you're putting out, you know, various meters on tire pressures, how hard your suspension's going. Also, it can even record lap times, which is very cool, and I actually do like the track apps for this. Now just under the shifter here, we've got a plaque that says GTS, and then we have our scroll wheel here for the drive mode. Now we've got 4 modes to select from. So we have a tour, we have sport, and then we have performance and track. Now all of these will actually change different things about the car, and of course track being the most extreme. Now just in the back seats, this, like almost every Holden, has a very nice, large, spacious back seat, and it is very comfortable back here. We've got even slightly bolstered rear seats, which is a very nice touch, and of course you can fit 3 adults back here, which is good. We've also got 2 map pockets behind both seats, which is nice to see. And we've also got climate controls back here, which is another nice touch. Now, even in the back seats, they've put in this Alcantara with leather. It is very nice. We even have the HSV embroidered on the back headrest here, which just does give it a really nice feel. And of course here you've got a little thing you can pull down, and this is covered in Alcantara as well. So they've really gone all out in this model. Now you have an extremely small little opening there. You know, you can put some papers maybe in there. I don't know, your speeding fines probably. But that's everything inside the GTS. Let's get this thing out on the road and see how it drives. All right, so driving the 2015 HSV Gen F2 GTS. Now, I've been trying to get an LSA on the channel for quite some time, and boy, am I happy to get this thing on finally. These cars are pretty legendary here, and for pretty good reason. These motors are just ridiculous, and like I said, 577 horsepower. On tap. 546 pound-foot of torque, and yeah, this thing rips. I've just got it in tour mode right now, so this thing actually does have magnetic dampers, so this thing can adjust very well. Probably the best thing about this car, most surprising besides the engine, would be this thing just handles really well now. Like, those magnetic dampers have made a big difference. Even the cornering, the feel of the wheel, you just feel so much more confident going into a turn. This feels a lot more like a track car. And you know, I think this thing would be pretty damn fast around a circuit. The driving position is really nice as well. You know, the wheel feels really good in your hands. You know, everything's electronically controlled. The only thing I don't really like is the shifter is a little bit notchy. It really does sort of just fall into place. I don't know. It's good. You know exactly where you are. It just feels a little bit notchy to me. As well with the clutch pedal, it's a little bit light. The nice thing about this interior is just that it's familiar. If you've ever been in a Holden before, you'll jump right in here, and it'll just feel, you know, like any other one you've been in. Obviously, this is a much nicer one, but, you know, the layout is basically the same. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I couldn't even get into the next gear. Yeah, man, like, when you drive this car initially, it is almost like it's underwhelming, but when you start to put your foot into it, it's like it doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going. And, you know, even just in second gear there, when you're at the end of second, you're breaking the speed limit just about anywhere. And going into third, you know, if you keep putting your foot down, you better pray there ain't no cops around. It does actually just, the power is instant as well. It's just a different delivery. You know, if you're used to an FPV, for example, to me, the power delivery between HSV and FPV is just night and day. HSV to me feels a lot more refined, a more timid, yet still extremely powerful engine and power delivery. But FPV, I've always found it just to be a little bit more wild and a little bit more tail happy. This thing is pretty wild. And I think this was the answer to, you know, the FPV F6. And it's a good answer. It really is. Now, whether or not I would think this is faster, well, I got a feeling off the line this thing would be a hell of a lot faster. But it is really tough. Stock on stock, this thing would be probably pretty damn close, hey? So yeah, this GTS is an absolute monster. As you can see, this thing is just like ridiculous, especially considering, you know, this is a rear wheel drive, manual, 4-door sedan with a 577 horsepower V8 supercharged. That thing just gets me every time. This thing is so Aussie. Absolutely love this car. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. I just want to thank Car Giant WA once again for letting me take this out. They're located in Coburn. I'll leave a link to their website in the description below. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Please hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you're new here. And we'll see you on the next video.